How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of sour, hopeful goodness in the form of Ecliptic Brewing. It's their Tangerine Sour Tucana. I've never had this before. I've had my fair share of Ecliptic stuff because they send this off as this one has come to me also that way. Did I just go like Yoda in the way I said shit right now? Anyway, 4.8% alcohol by volume. Named after the constellation of stars Tucana, Tangerine Sour is a crisp and refreshing with a touch of tangerine, and it plays nicely with its well-balanced tartness. This is a twist of citrus shines bright above the subtly dry finish of this sunset-hued ale. 10 IBUs, so we're not going to encounter much bitterness on this sucker. We'll see what's what. I received this like the day I went on my healthy month. So this thing's been creeping around my fridge for almost 2 months. I just didn't get around to it. And kind of wanted something refreshing, tart, drinkable. I was like, you know what? Let's finally get this sucker in. Label-wise, it's Ecliptic. They do essentially the same label over and over, just a little bit of variance in the lettering and some of the graphics. I don't mind it. It's just to see these kind of these 16.9 ounce bottles is kind of odd. Not a lot of people do them nowadays. I would say basically Ecliptic in Maine keeps this bottle company in the black. Maybe even a lot of the German-based brewers. That's typically where you see this bottle size is like your Hefeweizens, your Schneider Aventinuses of the world, even though they're even moving the cans. That looks like ginger ale. Apple juice, ginger ale, something around those lines. Probably more like apple juice, especially at this point, because whatever head was there dissipated very quickly. Now you're just left with almost a perfectly clear kind of apple juice color with a very subtle carbonation. So she definitely looks the part of a soft little sour. I'll give her a whirl, see what the nose has. I mean, there's a little soft sweetness in there. I get the ever so slightest bit of like a tangerine rindiness. I do get a little bit of soft, sulfury notes off of this. So I can tell it's a kettle sour, but it does have that sulfur thing going for it. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to play on the actual taste. But, I mean, it smells like a really kind of low ABV, subtly fruity. And that fruit could even be coming from a yeast ester. That's how minimal the fruit comes off. Kind of kettle sour. Kind of curious to see where that sulfury mix kind of goes. Let's dive in. Cheers. I mean, there's really not much to it. Undercarbonated. Undercarbonated. That tangerine does kind of come through in taste. It comes off a little bit kind of Flintstone vitamin-y to me. Not overtly negative, but it comes off that way as opposed to real tangerine. That sulfur thing, that was actually there in the nose. I'm not getting a ton of it, really, in the taste, so that's a bonus. But there's really not much else to it. There's no kind of bittering to speak of. That carbonation isn't really playing anything fun. I mean, it's tart. It's a sour, technically a sour beer, but it's about as mild as you can get when it comes to those kind of beers. So it's kind of, really not much to really speak about here. Not a negative beer. Nothing... I mean, outside of that kind of big sulfur pop on the nose for its ABV, there's nothing bad, but there's nothing really kind of noteworthy about it either. Again, it's just a soft kettle sour with a little Flintstone vitamin kind of tangerine thing, and that's pretty much it. Done and done. I have really not much else to say about this beer. Yeah. Done. And there's a little graininess, like an uncooked kind of graininess to the actual beer itself. God damn it, peanut butter. My cat just moved the tripod. Anyway, kind of makes sense for this review. Anyway, let's talk about it, because I'm done. Is it one of the better kettle sours I've had as of late? No. Just kind of leaves me wanting in all directions, and what does show doesn't show very prettily. So it's just kind of meh. Value and availability. Ecliptic can be had on shelves. It can be found, even though it's drips and drabs out and about where I work and live, and leave you with, if you like what you like, this. If you like Flintstone vitamins, you kind of like to flirt with sour beers, but you don't really like sour beers. That's all I got. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little sour right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.